I'd like you to think just for a moment, what is the best life advice that you've ever received? We'll have to compare notes after Mass. I'm always looking for good tips on life. Recently, I was speaking with a friend who told me that when he turned 50, he asked a wise priest that we both know for some advice, since he had hit a significant milestone in his life. And without batting an eye, Father Joe, a noted scripture scholar, said this: well, first thing, now that you're 50, don't ever pass up a bathroom. Secondly, never miss a chance to get together with a friend. On one hand, there's some very practical advice about how life changes with age on the physical level. That's real. And the second part is about the importance of our friendships and the finite nature of life on this earth. Well, today's readings both contain life advice from King David and from Jesus. King David, as he's nearing the end of his life, wants to be certain that his son will continue to be on the right path. And he begins by saying to his son, take courage and be a man. In our vernacular, man up and be strong. King David then continues in the heart of the message that applies to men and women, to boys and girls, as he reminds Solomon and us to keep the mandate of the Lord by observing statutes and ordinances and decrees and the law of Moses is found in the Ten Commandments. King David then encourages Solomon by saying, if you follow this instruction, you will succeed in whatever you do and wherever you go. Well, much has changed since the time of King David and Solomon, but what hasn't is the desire of mothers and fathers to teach their children as long as that they are here on earth and to prepare them to continue the journey with God after they, their parents, have returned to God. Going back to some more life advice, the late Cardinal Cushing of the Archdiocese of Boston, on the day of his ordination, was given this advice from one of his priest mentors: always take seriously your priesthood, but never take yourself too seriously. In other words, commit yourself to being a good and a holy priest, and always remember to be able to laugh at yourself. Remember too, you're human. So I thought about this. I think you could substitute husband or wife or single for that priest. Take your vocation seriously to be good and holy, but never take ourselves too seriously and forget that we're human. In the gospel, Jesus' advice to the 12 was to take only the walking stick and to wear sandals and the clothes on their back. Next to nothing, but instead to fully put their trust in God. And he told them this, another good piece of advice, not to expect special treatment, nor don't get too worked up, don't get delayed if the people that you're preaching to fail to listen or fail to welcome you. My brothers and sisters, today, Jesus also reminds us that our faith in God is essential to our life on earth. He tells us to let go of the hurt feelings when the faith we try to share is ignored, but instead to persevere with hope and with joy that comes from believing that God will use even the moments of rejection in his providence for the good of others and the good of ourselves. Follow God's teachings, trust that he will provide, and let go of any discouragement so that we're able to embrace the good that will come from doing the work of the Lord. Essential advice, no matter our age or our vocation. May God bless you all on this holy day. as we get the best advice we ever can from our Lord.